Yeah, I think we're close with some things, and then there's also some things that we just got to get better at, we've lost 3 road games to teams that I think will end up finishing, in the upper half, and they're all basically one possession games. So all 3 of those games we had leads, and that's what we were so good at last year, was closing out those games. And to this point this year, we haven't been able to finish them off. So, from a coaching staff perspective, it's figuring out what we're doing there to put ourselves in a better position, and then executing it to try to find a different outcome.
With you still being undefeated at home, is it nice to get those tougher road matchups out of the way a little earlier in the season?
They're nice to get out of the way if you win them, all right? It's that's no matter when you play them, those are the matchups that if you're trying to compete for a conference championship, you got to find ways to win some of those games to quote steal one that a lot of teams aren't going to go in there and win. So we certainly had our opportunities. You don't get to go back in time and fix things. So our job is to look forward, figure out what we can do better. We're not light years away, but we also need to get better at some things at the same time.
I think yesterday was 6 points in the final 12 minutes. Is there something to that you've been able to see? It seems like in the losses, maybe the common denominator has been some extended scoring drives.
Yeah, it seemed like less than 6 actually, but yeah, it was offensively, we need to do a better job of making sure we're A, executing, and B, making sure we're getting the type of shots we want to get. And then when we do get them, and doing a little better job, especially around the rim, of converting at times. That's hurt us a little bit in some of these conference league games. So it's just a combination of things that as an offense, just the flow gets a little stagnant, and figuring out ways we can do a little better job with that.
What do you have to do to get back on track?
I think it's like I said, it's not you don't need to change offenses, change defenses, anything like that. It's just being a little bit better and knowing exactly what we're trying to get, especially on the offensive end. I feel like we're really competing defensively. We're doing some pretty good stuff there. We've had back road games where you hold a team close to under 40%. Typically you win those games. It's just we've been less than great on the offensive end. So figuring out what that formula looks like, and just getting a little bit better at it, and then those things will start to flip. You take a 9-point lead last night in the second half, and if you can get that extended instead of going through a long scoring drought, the game's over, and it doesn't come down to that last possession or 2.
What's the locker room like for you guys?
Locker room's great. Yeah, guys are they're trying hard. They're locked in. They're competing. They're all in it together, which is what we want. Like we told them, it's we got great guys, and they're putting in the work. They're putting in the time. So I think we're going to get there. It's just we would like it to happen faster, and certainly there is some urgency right now after you come off a couple of tough road losses, but certainly not the panic button either. Just need to continue to stay the course, know what we need to do to win. The formula is the same, and just get better at getting there.
When things are a little stagnant, I think you see at times it can become a bit of a pattern. How do you try to maybe combat that becoming more of a trend than an anomaly?
It's just continuing to reemphasize it. What happens? There are times when we get a little fatigued in second halves as well. So, I got to do a better job of developing our bench so that we can get guys some more rest, stay a little fresher, and let that bench continue to grow as well. So, there's a combination of things from my end I got to do a better job with to give our guys that little extra juice they need to finish off those games.
What's your relationship like with Steve Crum?
I love Steve. Great guy. Got to know him pretty well when he was at Iowa State. Exchanged texts of encouragement in one way or the other. Both tried to help each other out with some things, and I know our wives get along great as well. So, but great coach, great guy, great person. So he's, and like he expected. He's doing a really good job with his team this year.
How much does having a pretty experienced group help in times like these and kind of navigating those rough patches? And you said you're not that far off, but how much does having an experienced group kind of help get through that?
Yeah, you have an experienced group. They've seen it all before. It's not every season goes. You have your ups and downs, and so like there isn't a panic button right now. That they understand what we need to do. Now it's just a matter of us going out and doing it. Like we've said, every team is different each year. Even though we had a lot of guys coming back, you're missing a couple pieces and that graduated. Your guys coming back from injuries, and we're still working through trying to find out, you know, how to best make this group work together. And you know, we are 15 games in, so we got to get there sooner than later. Again, I do think we are going to get there, and I think because we have such great guys in that locker room and they're committed to you know, each other and what we're doing, that we'll get there.
Can you talk about this hometown weekend?
Yeah, it's exciting for us. I mean, it's our slogan of you know, we want to be Des Moines' hometown team. You know, we'd love the people that come out and support us. We had a great crowd in our last Valparaiso game of you know, having a game right here in your backyard that you can come see at an affordable price. See you know, guys you know, really play the game the right way and compete, and you know, and have a fun afternoon, evening, whatever it may be, of watching some good college basketball.
Tucker and Roman, for both of you, I know this is just another game, but with that hometown weekend, Tucker, this is your hometown team. Roman, this has become a home away from home event for you. Can you just talk about what it means to have a specific sort of theme like that for a game like this?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, really cool to see, you know, the community really all come together for, you know, this weekend. You know, the girls in our game, both, you know, celebrating that hometown slogan that we have, and you know, really being Des Moines' hometown team, and being able to see that community really rally around this program is definitely really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, coming off, you know, 2-game road loss, coming back, playing at you know, the Knapp Center, having the hometown support. I mean, what better time than now, you know, to have their support, and you know, just a great event for the men's and women's programs. We're really excited for it. You know, I'm excited to see a lot of people out there, and you know, the performances that they have going on as well. So I think it's just going to be a great weekend.
Roman, just kind of some of that same perspective as someone who helps lead the offense. Maybe what's a little off right now?
I mean, I love where we're at right now. You know, I could see if we weren't competing with teams, you know, just like blatantly not competing, but we're competing hard, and we made a lot of turns, you know, from months ago, weeks ago. But right now we just got to find a way to finish these games. You know, and you know, it's not what you wanted, but it's also very, you know, encouraging to see that, you know, we compete for 30, 35 minutes, and, you know, we're right there, but we just got to finish these games, and that's where our experience has to come into play. We got to be better, you know. I know I have to be a lot better on the road, and just make plays, offense and defensively. But I think we're really good. I think we're right there. You know, I love where we're at right now, and you know, we're gonna play Murray State coming in. They're 4-1. I'm excited for that game, and I think it's a great game to see. You know, how we're gonna bounce back from coming off of 2 losses, and I know we're gonna be ready to go. I know we're gonna have a good game plan, so I'm excited.
Darren, has it surprised you, knowing what you know about Steve, that they've seemingly made this transition pretty smoothly?
Not at all. Yeah, like I said, he's a great coach. He's been there before. He knows exactly what the formula looks like. I think it's credit to him that he's been able to turn it so quickly with a lot of new guys. You know, he had a roster that was, you know, pretty much all gone, and had to sign you know, a lot of new guys to get this thing started. But they play hard, they compete, and they're well organized and do a great job. So no surprise from that standpoint.
Where is the pressure live with this hometown weekend and the way you guys have been playing? How do you kind of balance that out?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this isn't an ideal situation to, you know, drop 2 on the road, but I think there's no better time to you know, bounce back with you know, big weekend for us. You know, a lot of big fan base. you know, to have their support. I mean, like Roman said, this is when we need it most. You know, and I feel like our group is hungry still, and we know that we can get right back on track and get right back in the hunt, and we just need to, you know, get it going a little bit, and no better way to start it off than this weekend with hometown weekend.
Tucker, how do you feel about Steve coming in here? I mean, I know he was a guy you probably had a lot of contact with during your recruitment process, not to, you know, rile up any family down there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Steve, he was great to me, great coach. I have a lot of respect for him, and to see what he's doing at Murray is really impressive. And you know, I'm excited for him, happy for him, and you know, excited to go compete against him this weekend.
Any other questions? Okay, we're set. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone.